Hey folks, it's Chad here with Laura, and today we're excited because we have all three Globetrotter floor plans on site at the same time. So we're going to do a quick video comparing the 25, the 27, and the 30 RB floor plans. Let's get started now. So we're going to start with the 2025 Globetrotter 25 front bed. This happens to be the queen bed floor plan. Now, the 25 front bed and the 27 front bed are very similar floor plans, just a little bit longer with the 27, but the 30 is very different. Now, the 25 and the 27, you're going to have the same front dinette that does have some good storage underneath. We've got storage right there, a little bit. And then we have a pull-out drawer that's going to be right here, and it'll be the same on the 27. We also have power there that is connected to the inverted circuit. This is the new table design that happened mid-year last year, so it can slide back and forth. It can also go out. And then the bench seat here is now permanent as opposed to being, you know, the two separate tables. There's also now storage outside for both the 25 and the 27 on the back side of the coach. Now this area can go down and turn into a dinette. It is a dinette, can turn into a bed, and then we can also pull out the little shelf here to make into another bed or sleeping area right there. For 2025 model year, we also got new bezel-less TVs, and you're going to see these TVs in all three floor plans, and we also have all the controls down here on the Globetrotter, which is one of the things I really like about the Globetrotter. Now we have a video that we did recently of the 27 front bed that goes into all the details about the 25 model year in the Globetrotter, but specifically today we just want to show you differences. Now a big difference is going to be in the kitchen area between the 27 and 25. In the 25, you're just going to have this little pull-out pantry, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then this folds or opens. There's a little bit of storage there. And then you got that little nook. And then over here, we're going to have two pull-out drawers. You do have the silverware organizer in that top one. And then the Globetrotter is going to give you the undermounted stainless steel dampened sink. And you do have the little trays. One of the things I like about the separate trays, instead of having one big one, you can leave one in. You still have a side to be able to do sink related things, but extend the counter space a little bit. And then the Globetrotter is also going to give you these two front trash cans. And Laura pointed out that she saw on Airstream's Addicts page, you can cut the bottom off of this trash can here and kind of extend it down into your smaller trash can to give you a bigger trash can. So that's kind of an idea you can do there. Or you can use this for when you're prepping and cooking, slide food into there, your waste into there, as well as cooler for drinks, whatever you want to do. It's chef inspired. Remember, the Globetrotter is European styling or design inspired, and then that's going to be chef inspired. Somehow chef got involved. And we do have storage up here, I didn't mention, with the Fusion radio that is XM radio, XM Sirius radio, whatever you call it now. You got USB that connects to the back of the radio. We got HDMI that goes to both TVs, and then the Cat 6 port that goes outside, and you do have an inverted circuit up here as well. And then one of my favorite things about the Globetrotter, which is kind of goofy, but the speakers are up here and not facing down. That's an improvement. There's also a little storage right here under the sofa that does come with the containers. And then we're going to have a different style refrigerator in the 25 versus the 27. It is a 12-volt refrigerator, freezer below. I actually I like the refrigerator in the 27 better. They should just put that in here. Now for the kind of swinging back over to the kitchen area, we've got our stove, we've got the microwave. We're also going to have storage above. And notice the size of the storage. It'll be kind of hard to do it on camera, but the 27, this is going to be longer. And we're going to have some more space right here on the countertop. Now a big difference between the 27 and 25 is going to be this pantry we have here. On the 25, it's going to be this style pantry with the adjustable shelves. Then we'll have a tiny little storage area up there. Moving to the middle.
Do you want to show these storages?
Oh yeah. still wonder why that can't be deeper.
It's taller
It's really
though.
Tall. It's tall because I think the fridge is shorter on the 25.
And then you got some storage underneath too.
Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, and then we're gonna have the wardrobe. Single wardrobe on the 25. You'll see on the 27 that's gonna be a double. And now the shower between the 25 and 27 is basically gonna be the same. And it's actually the same as the 25 Flying Cloud as well. But plenty of room. I can fit in here, I can take showers. So that is a good reference. And then the bathroom, you do get the porthole in the Globetrotter, which we love. You're also gonna have, for the 25 model year, the new Suburban recirculation water heater that's currently on the trade winds. You now get it on the Globetrotter 25, 27, and 30. Plenty of room in here to do your business. We have some storage underneath the sink and to the side. Where's the toilet paper holders down here, which is fine. That works. And then you have a little medicine cabinet behind the mirror and a little bit of storage up here. Now this is going to be very similar to the 27 foot. It'll be the 30 that is different.
Before you leave the bathroom, and I might be wrong about this, but one of the viewers pointed out in a comment, can you open that again? You now have 2 latches.
Okay.
Instead of one in the middle, which I'm guessing will help prevent it from opening during transit, because that's a big problem for some people.
That has been an issue.
So thanks to the person who pointed that out to us.
Yeah, thanks. So this is a queen bed. The queen bed version, you're gonna get a wardrobe here. If you do the twin bed, you keep the wardrobe, but you're gonna lose these pull-out drawers, which are quite nice. They come out really far.
Wow.
But that likes to catch. And then I don't know what you put in there.
A book.
A book. And then you got the queen bed here, and the queen bed is going to be the same size for the 25 or 27, but a big difference on the 27 foot, the queen bed will be north to south, and you won't have this little storage area over here. You just lose that altogether, but you will gain 2 nightstands on each side. There is a good amount of storage underneath the bed. See that? You get the bins to come with it. You can access it from the front there. There's a door. That's your power box right there. You can also pull these out the front without having to raise the bed up. Scared me with you being down there.
You didn't hit the camera?
I didn't hit the camera or you. We've got the 24-inch TV, and these are 12-volt TVs. They're smart TVs that started last year, and then this year they went to a bezel-less TV. The 27, the TVs will be on, I think, when we go in there, so we'll be able to see what they look like. Now the Globetrotter is going to have Coleman ACs, not the GEs. It'll be Coleman. And then you've got the new filter system that came a couple of years ago for Globetrotter. Is new for Flying Cloud International this past year, and then this year is new for Bambi and Carabel. But then we also have a storage up here, and I didn't point this out earlier, but this does have backlit or lit cabinets, and there's a little magnet right here that triggers that light to turn on and off when you open it.
Those that you see in the back are mirrors, so that you can see what you have in there.
And then again, we have speakers facing out, which is how every floor plan should be. Okay, we miss anything? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
For 25. It's not. Okay, so I think we got everything. We opened those. We opened these, right? Did we open these?
Yeah, I truly do not remember. So
I don't remember.
You might be getting a second.
You got storage up here for storing things, and there is a spot for these to go right here, but I really feel like no one's ever going to use that because you'd rather actually have that storage space. So it's also, I'm going to say, it's a little humid out here today, so you might see me sweating a bit. It's not that hot, but it's humid. One thing I do want to point out, and Laura can come up here, that's unique to the Globetrotter, because you don't get this on the International or the Flying Cloud, and that's extra USBs. So you've got a USB here for charging, Type A and Type C. You have another one over there at the TV, plus you have the ones beside the bed. Most of the floor plans, you just have them beside the bed, and that's it. So you're kind of on your own when it comes to USB power. So let's pop over to the 27 foot we'll compare it to the 25 foot, which is going to be the biggest comparison because the 30 is its own unique floor plan. Okay, so we are now in the 27 front bed. We're just in the 25, so you're able, hopefully, to be able to kind of see the differences now. The front section of the 27 is going to be basically the same. And you are seeing two color choices here. You have the dark walnut cabinetry in this one, and then this is the double and slate cushion color. Now the 27, where you're really going to see the difference between it and the 25 is going to be in the kitchen area here. So you're going to have a little bit more storage up here. And what ends up happening is this cabinet section here is longer than in the 25. So you have a whole, longer cabinet up here in the 27 foot. We're also going to have more counter space, in the 27 versus the 25, which gives them the ability to actually give you a drawer as opposed to that little pull-out pantry looking thing that the 25 has. So you have, I guess, 2 pull-out drawers, and then this just pops down here, which is actually decently deep. And then we have another one of those right there. Now, this area here is going to be the same as the 25 with the 2 pull-outs there. The storage underneath the sofa is also going to be the same. The dinette is the same as the 25. It's just really this area here. And then another spot that we're going to see a difference is in the wardrobe. But I do want to talk about the refrigerator. The 25-foot Globetrotter has that unique fridge for whatever reason Airstream decided to do that. The 25 International and 25 Flying Cloud is going to have this 8 cubic foot Norcold refrigerator, which I prefer. This one is actually running. It's cold already.
That feels good.
Yeah. This particular 27, this is the one that we did the 2025 Globetrotter 27 video of. So that's, if you want to see more detail and that's really do a full review and walk around, check out that video. This is going home to a new customer pretty soon through Georgia, Tennessee. Anyway, they're coming somewhere. So bigger refrigerator, 8 cubic foot. The other area you're going to see is the pantry. So this customer opted to do the convection microwave, which is really, most are doing the convection microwave. And then you get this larger pantry. If you choose to do the standard oven and microwave, this top part is going to be the microwave, and it'll be 2 doors here. So you have a microwave door, and then you have the pantry that's these 2 shelves right there. And then you're also going to have this larger compartment, very similar to the 30 that you're about to see. So this is essentially in the 30 RB, this setup here. And then the other spot you're going to see that extra length is going to be the double wardrobe here. So you have twice the amount of space in here, which I always wonder, do you need more wardrobe space? Because I don't take a lot of hanging clothes, like maybe just a couple of button-up shirts when we go camping. Skylight above. Now the shower is going to be the same as the 25. You already saw me in there. And the bathroom is also going to be the same as the 25 as well. You can get a shot of that. You get a shot of the bathroom without me in it. Now, thankfully, this one is a twin bed. So you can see a little bit of the comparison between the twin bed versus the queen bed. Now, the 27-foot Globetrotter, when you do the twin bed option, is going to give you wardrobes on both sides. So you have 2 more wardrobes. And the nice thing about these, they come with shelves on both sides. So you can use this as either hanging closet or as shelves. And this is basically the configuration I have, the closet that I use in our 25. And we have these little pull-out
baskets
that I put my stuff in. On the 25-foot, if you go with the twin bed, this is going to look pretty much the same, but you're only going to get the 1 wardrobe on the campsite side of the coach. The roadside, there's no wardrobe there. The TV gets pushed back a little bit. Now, as far as twin bed goes, whether it's the 25, the 27, or the 30, this is essentially what it's going to look like. So you have the 2 twin beds here, slightly wider. They're 75 inches long. I think Laura can pop this up on the screen. I think they're 36 inches wide, if I remember correctly, or maybe 38. It switches at some point. Now, the thing I like about the twin bed and why we kind of talk a lot about the twin bed is this aisle that we have here. So if you are, you know, a lady, you know, one of the ladies, and you're wanting to get ready in the morning, you can actually shut that curtain in the front, and then this becomes like kind of an ensuite. You can get ready and actually change clothes. It can also become another sitting space if you're entertaining and you just need a spot for other people to be, and, you know, kind of confined space. Now I'll lay down quickly on this bed too, since we did it on the queen, but there's plenty of room, and the Globetrotter does get a unique mattress compared to the other floor plans, and it's very comfortable. I'd like that mattress to accidentally end up in our Flying Cloud.
I keep telling Chad we'll just wrap our Flying Cloud mattresses in plastic and switch them, and nobody will know the difference, but he won't do that.
So you do get the center nightstand on the twin bed. If you were going to do the queen bed in the 27, it's going to go north-south just like the 30 that you're about to see, and it's going to have the nightstands on the side also just like the 30 that you're about to see. I do like the little backrest here that you get on the twin bed, and you get that on the queen bed as well. Just a nice finishing touch. And then on the twin bed, if you do opt for it, you're also going to get storage underneath that has a little pull out right there. We do have a video on the channel that specifically compares the twin bed to the queen bed, and we can link that above if you want to take a look at that. And then we got storage here, and you're also going to have on the twin bed, you're going to have storage outside as well. You're kind of splitting about half of this outside and about half of it inside. Now, if you go with the 25, one of your differences will be is this extra space right here that this cushion can fit in will not be here. This mattress will actually go up against this wall on both sides. So it'll be a little bit of a difference. There is a little bit more room in here, roughly 6 inches there, that you get on the 27 foot versus the 25 foot. That's some of the space that you're getting, and why they can add, I think, that second wardrobe there. Same storage above as the 25. Speakers are going to be in the same place. And I do want to point out, I hadn't showed this yet because I didn't even know it was a thing, but we have new TVs. They're Connex. We've talked about them in every video we've done for 2025. It's new frameless. Let's see if I can turn it on.
That remote wasn't working. Here, take the camera for a second.
Yeah.
The other remote worked for both TVs.
We can go to the front.
Oh, okay.
So 27 in the main space, 24
just turned it back off
in the bedroom, and it's what they call frameless. There is a nice silver accent at the bottom, which I quite like. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, it's turning on.
Is that right, Stephanie?
All right, mute that. There we go. Okay, cancel. So you can kind of see, I mean, it is frameless. There's not a really big frame going around the top. Nice picture. It's HD. It's not going to be 4K at this size. You're just generally, I want this. You just generally need, you don't really need 4K on a 27-inch TV. Now, one of the things I wanted to show with the new Connex is going to be the new remote. Kind of a cool, I mean, almost looks like a Roku style remote, but very much updated to the previous remotes that have been out there. Alright, is there anything else that we need to, there it goes, we need to talk about on the 27 versus the 25? USBs are going to be in the same place. Your storage underneath on the front is the same as the 25. It's mainly, basically from like here to here is different. Shower's the same, bathroom's the same, but you get double wardrobes, you get a bigger pantry, you get drawers in the kitchen.
We didn't specifically talk about this, but it was kind of implied. You get a few more inches here, so you've got more counter space. And this one does have the 2 counter inlay trash cans.
Yep, just like the 25.
Just like the 25.
And you'll see on the 30, oddly enough, you only get one for whatever reason. Bigger unit, but one trash can.
And you do get, just like the 25.
The trash can below.
Another trash can here. I think that's everything for the 27.
I think so.
So should we hit the 30?
Alright, let's head over to the 30. you just saw the 25 and the 27, which are very similar floor plans. Basically, the 27 is just a bigger version of the 25. Now, the 30 RB is a unique floor plan just for the Globetrotter, and that is because of this front area. Really, the whole coach is going to be different. So you've got this large sofa area. Airstream actually won a Red Dot Award in 2020 when this floor plan came out. Now, I jokingly call this the party bus for Airstream, and that's mainly because of this really large open space. You're going to have this dinette table here. So this is your table. But when you want to sit and have lunch with people or have breakfast or dinner, this is your table to do that at. Or you're going to sit over where Laura is on the sofa. Now, you could just leave this down altogether if you want to. It is a little wobbly. It's not too bad, but it's a little wobbly, and that is one of the things that people talk about. Now, this is a unique thing about the floor plan, and you either love it or hate it. I will say, for 24, this floor plan was hot. It was, I mean, I sold a bunch of them. Like, people wanted this floor plan, probably because KYD got a floor plan, got this floor plan. That would be the only reason I can think of. But it is a great floor plan. One of the benefits is all of these windows. You have 3 large windows, all 3 open, and you have the 3-port windows above. You're sacrificing storage. You know, there's no lockers up there because you have those windows, but it's fantastic, especially if you're in a park or somewhere where you can take advantage of that and really see nature or see, you know, the ocean or something like that. Now, you have the front sofa, which I really like because the front sofa is opposing your 27-inch TV, be it that it is somewhat of a small TV, but it's right there. It's a smart TV, and it is just like the others, the new frameless TV that they have. Now, one of the things about the Globetrotter, we didn't mention the other two, is just this type of seating area. You really need to come to a store and sit on the sofas of a Globetrotter and decide if it's going to be the right fit for you. Now, under the front here, we're going to have a really large, basically the whole underneath of the sofa, and you've got the bins that come out for storage. You also have another storage compartment right there, and another one under the cushions there. Now, something that's kind of cool about this floor plan is this right here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you can open this and load this from the top if you want to. If you want to do it that way, the subwoofer's right there. You have the same Furrion sound system in here, and it's a great sounding sound system as well. Now, the other thing about this floor plan that I really like, and I think a lot of the ladies out there are going to like, is the kitchen area, because you have a really long countertop here. Same under-mounted stainless steel sink here, and the same little faucet. You've got large port windows, so you can really see out better than a lot of the other floor plans. And then you only have, oddly, 1 trash can. Bigger floor plan, only 1 trash can in the top there, but it does do its thing, you know, as far as, you know, cooking and that kind of stuff. And you're going to have trash can right there, and you have lots of switches, and then this switch design here is unique to the Globetrotter. That switch panel there is pretty much everything. We're going to have a kind of funny pull out here for storage, but it gives room for the sink and keeps the symmetrical look of the front. So you think there's 3 drawers here, but there's not. There's one right there that you can pull out. A little bit of storage there.
I always say Airstream doesn't waste any space.
I try not to. You've got your silverware organizer, and we're going to have some good storage up here. And that one there drops down. Oh, that's pretty deep compared to most of them. And then another one of those smaller drop downs. And this has the optional convection microwave. And I didn't mention this on the other two, but you have the option to do a convection mic or an oven. On the 25-foot Flying Cloud, it's one or the other. You're either getting the oven, the propane oven, or you're getting the microwave. On the 27 and the 30, you can do an oven, and then there would be a microwave in the top of your pantry here. Now, before you open that, we're going to open these storage areas, lockers here above the kitchen area. You do have a fan that vents out, and you have that on all of them. And this is the new stovetop that started with 2024.5 model year. There is no cover. It doesn't come with a cover. That's not missing. Your dealer didn't lose it. It's just not there. And then you have a nice little spice rack here, which I really like. Oh yeah, we didn't show this storage. Lots of storage. I mean, a ton of storage in this floor plan. So you lose the locker up top, but you got all of that storage underneath. Now we're going to have a little bit of storage here, more USBs. As I mentioned on the other floor plans, you've got your control panel here, which I really like this location for that. There's also a kind of hidden storage behind the TV. I can't, there it is. There we go. So there is like a little storage area back here. What's nice is all of your plugs are in this area. They're tucked in there, so they're not out in the face. That's actually a nice design feature of the Globetrotter. Now, one of the things that I really like about this 30 is this pantry. All of the other 30-foot floor plans, as far as the, the classic, the international, and the Flying Cloud, you get that tiny little pantry that's in the 25-foot Globetrotter. This is the only floor plane that's a 30-foot floor plane that gives you this larger pantry, and you get this larger storage area above with a shelf, which is super cool and unique to the Globetrotter. So I have a thought. I'm just going to throw it in the video. You guys tell me if you agree or disagree. I would love this floor plan exactly like this, but with a regular dinette right here and the regular sofa up there, just like the 30-foot rear bed Flying Cloud or the 30-foot rear bed International, but keep everything else the same. So something to think about. Now you are going to get a 10 cubic foot refrigerator in the 30, so this is slightly bigger than what's in the 27 and definitely bigger than what's in the 25 foot. That is 12 volt. Yeah, 12 volt. Yep. And then we have a double wardrobe here in the middle, which is also unique to the 30-foot Globetrotter as well. And these are the extra cushions that you use to turn the tables and the pull out there in the front into a bed. We have the bathroom here. We'll do that first. Of course, you got the porthole, which I love. Now, this is going to be, of the 3 floor plans for the Globetrotter, absolutely the largest bathroom. It is enormous. Like, so much room.
It feels like the 22 Caravel bathroom almost, with the amount of room you get.
Well, yeah, I mean, in this room, the shower's still separate.
Well, yeah, shower separate, but with just the room around the toilet.
You know, you've got that pull out there. There's your toilet paper holder. There's a shelf there, which is nice to see. You're going to have, I love the curves on the doors there. You have a surface mounted round sink. Now, I will say the mirror in here is lacking. And then there's a little medicine cabinet here. You have a nice porthole window, which I really like, and it's high enough that it's, you know, it's not visible. You have a little storage shelf right there. We have the controls for the tankless recirculating water heater, and then your light switch in here. Now, I have seen a lot of retrofits where they take this off and just put a regular mirror right here.
Well, I was about to say, I like that you have that mirror and the magnification option, but it feels like you just fit a bigger mirror there.
I feel like this could go here.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was looking. I didn't move the camera.
Could go here, and then put a round mirror right there, which is what KYD. That's what Mark did with KYD. So, yeah, that's not unique to me. And then the shower, it's different. It's a different shower. I think it's the same width. Like, it's the same in this area. What's different is going to be down below, because you have this seat that goes all the way across. Now, the shower head is on the back side instead of the front side. So it's a little bit different, but it's plenty big. The only thing I will point out is you don't have as much room for your feet and legs in this particular floor plan. I wish that they would do something different with this seat here and give us just more room for our feet. But it's usable. You can absolutely use this. And I know that from experience because I use our 25-foot all the time. Now, both the shower and the bathroom in all 3 floor plans have their own exhaust fan. Now, moving to the back, this is also a queen bed floor plan. I'm sure why we have so many queen beds right now, but that's what we've got. And this one's actually for sale currently as of the making of this video. And the 25 is for sale as of the making of this video, but by the time you see it, probably will be out camping with someone. But the 30 RB will be similar to what the 27-foot front bed would look like if you get the queen bed. So you're going to have the storage on each side. You have the little, man, my brain's nightstands, right? And you got storage underneath. Laura's going to show you. The other thing I like about the floor plan is you have USB and power on both sides. Now, one thing that is a downfall for the 30, for some reason, it's not inverted, which the 27 was. So who knows why that's different. We've got a 24-inch smart TV here, just like the other ones. You're going to have your same storage cabinets above in the bedroom that have the magnets that light. You have the speakers facing out just like the others. Now, on the 30-foot Globetrotter, and really all 30-foot floor plans, the second AC is standard. On the 27-25, it's an option, and I highly recommend that option. And then just to give you an idea of the size of the queen bed, will be the same in the 27, and it's the same, I think it's the same in the 25 as well, just going east to west. The 27 and the 30 will do a north-south. But it's a good size bed. Like, Laura and I could sleep in here. Rosie would not fit, but
she would try.
She would try.
Something, then, can I point out two things that I noticed?
Absolutely.
Is there a big gap between the nightstand and the bed? It seems like, I realize the queen bed is the size of the queen bed in all the campers, but a lot of extra room there, and the nightstands are really short.
Yeah.
And I get, like, if you had twins.
I feel like this should be the higher.
But I think if you had.
Maybe the mattress is higher.
Well, no, but if you had the twins, can you point to that backrest thing? That cushion at the back? Remember how much I like the twins?
Yeah.
That I had that in the back?
Yeah, it has it here too.
It's standard between the units, and they just put the different bed in.
Yeah.
So they have to have the nightstands that short to fit under.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
But the nightstands seem like you could make those taller and have more storage underneath.
And then you're going to have this storage underneath, which is a little bit, it is different than the 25 foot as far as how it's arranged, but it's essentially the same amount of storage. And then your main storage on the queen bed is going to be back there. Of course, if you do the twin bed, you're going to get more outside storage with the twin bed.
Oh, jeez.
Both of these side windows open, and that back window opens as well, so you can get air to flow through here. I'm trying to think if there's anything we're missing. I don't think there is. You do get the pleated, but that's just part of the Globetrotter. So, you know, if you want to watch a video just about the 30 foot, we have a video that talks about the 30 foot. The one I currently have is the 24. I'm sure we will make a video of this one soon, and we'll post it. So make sure you're subscribed so you can see when that goes live. And the same thing with the 25, we haven't posted that one, but we have made a video of the 27 that we showed you, so you can go watch that one, and we can link it below for you. And that will go into all the details about the 2025 model year. So that is, well, let's go out there and we'll talk about the 3. All right, folks, you've seen the 3 floor plans for the 2025 model year. Now, I do want to say, in 2020, I think 21, they did make a 23-foot Globetrotter. You'll see those out there. They do not make that anymore. I think they stopped that. They discontinued that in 23 or 22. Somewhere around there, they discontinued the 23-foot. It was a great little floor plan. I mean, it was the same 23-foot as everything else. But anyway, they don't make that anymore. So let's talk a little bit about the 3 floor plans. You know, 25 and 27 is basically the same as everything else. So I think the 27 is the better one of the two.
More storage, more counter space.
More counter space, more storage, the better refrigerator. The other thing that sticks out to me between the two, and you tell me if you agree or disagree, but the fact that there's not drawers in the kitchen. It's that little pantry thing that pulls out. I think that really hurts that floor plan. And the reason they did it is to give that larger sink. They had to sacrifice somewhere, and that's where, you know, the drawers there is where they sacrificed. I think I would, you know, there's not much weight difference between the two. It's minimum, less than 1,000 pounds. The tongue weight is basically the same. It's just that the 27 is going to be a little bit longer, but from a towing standpoint, you know, if you can tow the 25 with your truck, you can tow the 27. There is going to obviously be a price difference. So what do you think as far as at least that critique?
Between 25 and 27?
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I think the 27 makes a whole lot more sense with the amount of storage and extra space you get.
You did say in our video on the 2025 Globetrotter 27 FB that floor plan, like that was the first Globetrotter that you'd been in that you wanted.
Right. We make too many videos. They're all running together in my brain.
Yeah, same. So if you haven't watched that video, definitely watch it because you get both perspectives. Kind of the reason Laura's been, you know, well, there are a lot of reasons for Laura to be a part of the videos. But a big reason is for her to give kind of a female perspective, which I cannot give. I have zero capability of doing that. I can say what I hear people say or talk about. Now, I will say, in my opinion, of the 3 floor plans, I think the 30 is the best floor plan. I don't love the dinette, but I could deal with it. But the storage, the pantry, just the bathroom, like the windows, there's so much going for this floor plan that I love this floor plan. And I'm surprised, that it's the price point is probably what holds it back a little bit, because it's an expensive Airstream, but it's such a cool. I mean, it's a great floor plan, and if they could figure out a dinette right there, and like a regular dinette, it'd be even better. It'd be a little bit tighter, it'd be even better. I'd love it. I'd love this floor plan.
I agree. I love this floor plan. I've seen, we were in a 30 at a rally earlier this year that I loved, and she had decorated it. I don't know if we pointed out, there's a shelf all the way behind. So if you like decorating, you get a lot more counter space to decorate. And she had done it up so nice, so it felt a little more...
It felt homey.
Yeah. And a little less... I think ours still sometimes just feels like an Airstream when you're in it.
It feels like...
Because we don't decorate it a lot.
We don't decorate our house.
But a little bit. We're not minimalist, but we're not over decorators. But I do agree, if this had the regular dinette...
It would be perfect.
I think I would tell you, we need to sell ours and buy it.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to happen. But I do like this floor plan. I do.
And I know, as we were going through it and looking at all the storage, I was thinking, I know why KYD can full-time in this.
Oh, yeah, there's so much space.
So much storage.
And this is their floor plan. I think they have a 2020. They have a queen bed, so it's just like this. And for, one of the things I thought about, too, with them, watching their video with the lithium battery stuff they did. I don't think you watched that, but... there's so much space in here that you can really do a lot with adding, if you want to add more batteries, if you want to add a bigger inverter, if you want to do that kind of stuff. One, this has great payload capacities. I think it's somewhere around 2,000 pounds, maybe a little bit less than 2,000 pounds of payload. But there's so much storage that you can take up a whole compartment for an inverter and for batteries and things like that, and it doesn't really hurt the overall storage that you have. Like R25, we're doing a battery update, and we're putting an inverter in and doing a few things, but we're using space. Like, there's not available space in a 25-foot flying cloud, so we are taking up some space. So that's something that I like about this floor plan. Two, I love the windows, though. There's just so many windows. So yeah, I think I would vote the 30. I think 25 and 27s are great floor plans. If the 25, you feel like that's a better length and that's going to fit your lifestyle, you're not going to go wrong buying the 25. Laura and I are just trying to give you kind of some perspective, thoughts as you're thinking about and considering an Airstream, if you're looking to buy one and researching it. Like, that's what we're trying to do here. But like, we can not like a floor plan. That's just our opinion. Like, it's just an opinion. We're not buying it. You're the one buying it. And if the 25 is going to work and everything works, is like, and I'll give you an example. In our 25 foot, I hear customers regularly that will look at a 25-foot flying cloud and say there's not enough storage, and they'll bump to the 27 because of the extra storage, because the 25 for them is not enough. For Laura and I, however, we can't figure out how to use all the storage in our 25. Like, there are spaces that have nothing in them because we don't have anything to put in them, and I'll think to myself sometimes, like, man, what are you taking with you when you're going camping? But if you're full time, you're taking everything. So that's why I say, it depends on what you're planning to do, what your lifestyle is, or what your camping style is going to be, how long you're going to go. And that's the part that if you work with me, and hopefully, if you work with someone else at another store, you'll find a salesperson that's not going to just try to sell you an Airstream, but they're going to help you find the Airstream floor plan, price point, all of those things that fits your camping style. And it's going to be the camper that you keep for extended periods of time, and you're not you're not finding yourself wanting to trade in a year or two. I personally feel like I didn't do a good job as a salesperson if I have somebody come back and they're needing to trade because it doesn't fit in a year or two. Still come to me and I'll still help you, right? But I want to help you buy the one that's gonna work for the long haul, not for the short haul, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking, you have anything else you want to say? Yeah. That's probably the longest outro we've ever done.
Yeah, it is very long.
Well, you're welcome. You guys have a good week. You live riveted. We'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye.